What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Time. I'm River.
And I'm Josiah. How you guys doing?
Today's going to be a little different episode. We're actually going to interview another creator.
That's right. We have all this great technology at our disposal, so we figured let's do an interview across the country. So without further ado, let's run that intro and get right into it.
Alright, so here we are with our creator. This is Nathan. He is actually Josiah's brother.
Yeah, so we were supposed to visit you, but this whole kind of, non-essential movement stuff kind of stopped us. So just give us a little quick rundown on who are you and, who are you, buddy?
Well, I'm Nathan Marks. I live here in Arizona, the United States. I'm 16 years old, and I'm a music producer, mainly EDM, but I produce other genres as well. My older brother, Josiah, he's a part of the channel Into the Depths. Honestly,
Into the Depths.
Thank you guys for having me on this interview. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, so you said you're I know you're a YouTube channel creator. So what is your YouTube channel? What is that tag?
So at first, when I started, this is kind of a long story, but I'll keep it short and simple. Basically, it started out where I wanted to do gaming, and then I sucked at it, and I went, okay, do that. And then a friend of mine, his name's Jacob, he also has a channel, which is Simplicity. He was a Launchpad artist and a producer, and he introduced me to Launchpad covers, and I was so interested into it that I actually bought one of my own, and I started producing Launchpad covers. So that's mainly what my channel is known for, is Launchpad covers and Launchpad light shows. But recently I've been getting into producing and making my own music. I don't want to just create content that revolves around other people's content. I want to create my own content, my own songs. But at the same time, I want to work with other channels like you guys, for instance, and be able just to not only spread the word of what you guys do, but what I do, and just develop this amazing community online.
That's awesome, dude. I love that. So, next question. What inspires you to make music?
All right, this hits me really personally because not many people believe in necessarily what I believe, but the main thing that inspires me when it comes to music is what I believe. I'm a Christian, for those who don't know. My dad's actually a pastor at 14-6, Calvary Chapel 14-6. And it's really inspired me in my entire life being a Christian, because I don't just believe because of what my parents believe. I don't just believe because of my mom. I believe personally because of the evidence that supports it and how it's just affected my life and changed me as a person. So that's what really inspires me every day, just to get up and make music, to play it on the piano, to sing, to play trumpet, just to put it together in Ableton, the software that I use. That's really what inspires me, because it's just part of who I am. It's part of my lifestyle. And that's what keeps me going. And also, the second thing, of course, is my fans and the people who watch me online. And thirdly, other channels.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's super cool that you take what you believe in and you put yourself out there. That is so important, especially for us creators. There's a lot of these false personalities that come out, but what people really want to see is the reality of who we are. Especially if we bring you in to our, as creators, or bring you into our daily lives. They want to see us be normal. So I really commend you on standing up for that. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. So the next question we have for you is how long have you been making music? Now, you kind of mentioned that you play a bunch of different instruments and you sing as well, but how long have you been actually producing music, and not just covers but your own music as well?
So when it comes to producing my own music, when I got my Launchpad and I got the software, I started making my own music and started producing it then, which was about 2 years ago, but I didn't start actually releasing products of my own production until about a year ago. And that's when I really started really producing more, and I've gotten better at it since. It's mostly been EDM, but I'm working on other genres as well, like pop and what are some others? country. I mean, I'm not a very big country.
Oh, country. All right. You know, I've actually heard a few of them. We've actually heard you've sent them to us, and they're really good. I really like them. They have this really cool vibe to them. They're super cool.
Yeah, and for our viewers, all the music you hear underlying on this video is going to be everything produced by Nathan here.
That's right. Everything on this.
Honestly.
Yeah, we want to share the love. We want to share the creativity. That's what this whole thing's about. So.
So how do you film your videos for YouTube?
Ooh, okay. So, do you want to know about Launchpad covers, songs, or
All of it. Let's hear all of it.
Yeah, let's hear about your software. Let's hear how you take those awesome, the editing, all that stuff.
Well, then I gotta show you the magic, so I might as well share my screen and show you guys. So, all right. So this is where all the magic happens, right here. This software right here. This is called Ableton. It's right up here, and basically it's a DWA or DUI software, and basically that's a music producing software. There are multiple different types. There's Logic, Pro Tools, FL Studio, and Ableton, of course. I got Ableton because Launchpads are the main instrument that I focused on at the beginning of my YouTube career, and they only work with Ableton and one other DUI software, but I like Ableton the best because that's what I started out on. So mainly this is how I produce my stuff. These are MIDI tracks. Down here are audio tracks. Basically, MIDI is where I can add my own instruments, which they're right here. These are a bunch of different instruments I use. I also can use samples, so I can go over here to my desktop. There we go. And these are all my samples. I've downloaded tons, and basically I use a bunch of samples in a bunch of my productions as well, because there are a lot of other producers out there who have really good content, really good sounds, and I just use that to my advantage. So I download a lot of their free sample packs because I'm broke. But
aren't we all?
Yeah, aren't we all? Yeah, but this is what I mainly work with. I also get inspiration from other artists that are similar to me. A good example is EDM Remakes or Elation. Illenium is another one. I also watch other artists that I just love listening to in general, like Toby Mac, Jordan Felice. They're also artists that I'm inspired by. This song right here is called Into the Fire. It's just one of my most recent ones. Now this one, here, let me unfreeze this track real fast. Now this one was my first successful Illenium styled future bass. Now basically Illenium, if you guys have not heard him, he uses super saws that are really cool, and they have a very powerful effect in his music. And I've learned how to make his stuff, and I managed to put it into this song, and I sent it to you guys. Did you guys get it, by the way?
We did, and we will put up a link for this song, unless it's not up yet, and then we'll just have to have your fans wait for it. But, just looking at all this software, and guys, let me just reiterate this. He's 16 years old. You know me and buttons. I don't like buttons. There's a lot of buttons on this screen, so the fact that he can, make this software and then produce his own music. And Nathan, could you show us what a Launchpad is? Because you bring us back to you, and then you could show us what a Launchpad, what that instrument really looks like, because I know it has a lot of buttons.
Yeah, I could definitely show you guys send you guys some of my clips also of my videos. But first, before I do that, I wanted to show you guys Serum. This, honestly, I just got this recently, and oh my goodness, this thing is so fun because I can literally customize any synthesizer sound, and that's how I made this sound. You can't really hear it. Actually, no, you can't at all. My bad. But basically, it's Illenium Supersaw. If you listen to my song Into the Fire, which I'm going to release it on YouTube pretty soon, go check it out. Link in the description. But anywho, when I release that, you'll be able to hear it. It's really cool. That's all I can say. Anywho, let me pull up Skype again. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, you guys can see my face again, right?
Yes.
So show us what a Launchpad is.
Alright, so this was my first Launchpad, the MK2. If you guys can see it here, let me back it up a bit. See, you guys can see it perfectly?
Look at all those buttons.
Yeah, a ton of buttons.
A ton of buttons.
So basically, this was my first Launchpad. It was $150, pretty expensive. But the cool part about it is I'm probably not going to... Actually, I probably could show you guys in a little bit. Basically, these buttons are connected to MIDI within this software that I just showed you. And I'm able to play songs that are not my own or songs that I've made just by the press of a button, which are made through samples, which, if you don't know what a sample is, if you guys have ever seen editing software, and you know how you can like cut and copy and paste and cut certain portions of the video and audio.
Yeah.
That's a sample. A portion of the audio that's been cut out, that's what a sample is. So literally, when I make these Launchpad covers, I take somebody's song, I cut and paste all these different samples from the song, and then I play it on here, and then I play some light effects. And honestly, the light effects are my personal favorite part because that's where my creativity just goes through the roof. Because I can make these really cool designs, and they're really fun, honestly.
We'll show a clip of some of those lights up there in a second. But you know, our last question today is, what is your ultimate goal with this channel? You know, there's a lot of people out there. They make this channel. You know, they make a channel just for publicity. They try to do it for money. They try to do it, and then you got the purists who do it just because it's a fun thing to do and they want to share it with the world. You know, what is your ultimate goal with this channel?
I think the main thing that I want to do is I want to make a difference, because there are a lot of channels out there that they make their content just to entertain people, just to please themselves as a hobby maybe. But that's not me. I want to develop an online community that literally changes lives and literally inspires hundreds, and hopefully in the future millions, and in a good way, in a way that changes people's lives for the better, because there are a lot of people out there that struggle with a lot of different things. I mean, I know that at one point I struggled with depression and anxiety, and that really hit me hard. But music and my parents, my family, and what I believe mainly in God and in Christianity, that changed that for me, and I was able to overcome that, and it made a difference in my life. And I want to share that with the world. And I also want to develop an awesome online community where I get to interact with these people, and I'm able just to include them and almost make like a separate family. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That is
awesome.
a really great goal, and I really appreciate you coming and having our interview, even though it's over Skype. It has been so great having you here, and we will put all the information of his channel right here, and you guys can check it out. Please do. I might be biased because he is my brother, but he does make some really good stuff, and I really like where his inspiration comes from. So again, thank you so much, Nathan, for coming out virtually and hanging out with us.
Alright guys, so I think that was awesome. I like just interacting with other creators just to get this whole community together, because even though we're stuck inside, we were still able to get him on Skype, have this interview, just see how he's creative in his life. It's different than how we're creative, but it all kind of comes together as one big creative family.
Yeah, and he actually said that in the video where he's like, he wants to build this community, and I think that is such an admirable goal, is to have your creativity bring people together, and that is so cool. You know, that's why we do this. So
yeah. It's all because we want to have fun and just stuff that inspires us.
Yeah, and
it has nothing to do with making $1 trillion or being famous or being in Hollywood. Just doing what we like to do and showing it to other people so we can all come together and have fun.
I mean, $1 zillion would be cool, but
I know, have a zillion cameras.
Zillion cameras. Well, yeah. So
it still blows my mind. 16 years
16.
old.
Jeez.
And those programs. Wow.
There was a lot of buttons.
So
many buttons. And the fact that he plays so many different instruments. I mean, he plays the piano, the trumpet. I can't even play the guitar very well.
I used to play instruments. I played the trumpet when I was younger.
You know what we're good at though? Taking pictures. That's right.
I used to be a musician. I played the trumpet. I played the trombone.
I didn't really play the trombone.
Played the bass guitar. I had an acoustic guitar. It wasn't very good, but should I pick up any of those things now?
That's
no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that.
Well, some people might.
Yeah, but I know just you guys being creative. Also, I hope when you're sitting at home, I know connect with all your other creative friends. Connect with your friends who aren't creators, and just just have fun, communicate, stay connected. Even though we're all stuck inside, we can still be interactive with each other without being right next to each other.
And if you guys are wondering, yeah, we live in the same house. That's why we're not that far from each other. So I don't know if anybody was wondering that, but I was thinking about the other day when I was like, all this social distancing talk, and we're like right next to. We're fine.
Yeah, we're okay. We live in the same house.
We live in the same house. It's fine.
But yeah, just stay creative, guys. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your family. Give them a FaceTime. Give them a Skype call. Whatever you got to do. Keep creating, guys. Make sure you guys just don't get bored and lonely and sad.
And if you are bored, lonely, and sad, make sure you subscribe to our channel, man.
Absolutely. Hit that subscribe button.
Binge all of our stuff.
Hit that bell so you get notifications whenever we make a new video. We've been pretty good lately about putting up at least 2 videos a week.
What?
So that's keeping you guys with tons of content to watch. You can also check out our Instagrams for more content for images.
Yeah, even though we haven't taken photos. I mean, we did take photos the other day.
I've been posting those photos that we took the other day.
I am not.
And also, when I don't have photos, I am going to start doing a lot of throwbacks to old shoots just so people can
Maybe do some like re-edits of like old
some
shoots.
re-edits, stuff like that. So, just something to stay creative. Also, I'm going to continue illustrating. I think I'm going to teach this guy how to maybe use Photoshop,
I'm scared,
do
guys.
composites and stuff. And I just downloaded a 3D character creating program, and it's really hard. So I might show you guys that eventually. But thanks for coming and watching this video, guys. Give Nathan some love. Go subscribe to his channel. Check out his music. It's fantastic. And as always, take your shot. Just go shoot.
Let's make it happen.